Hello, and welcome to Ditch the 9 to 5, a masterclass on how to design a successful freelance career. My name is Andy Wickman, and I am presenting you this masterclass today, and I'm so excited you guys are here. Just a quick rundown on me. I help freelancers create and validate the ideas they have sitting on the back burner gathering dust. I've been doing this for the past 5 to 7 years. I've been a freelancer myself and a contractor myself, and I am teaching others how to do it as well. So again, thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited, and I cannot wait to talk to you guys about this amazing thing that we got going on here. So, all right. I'm going to try to make this quick, somewhat quick, but to the point, and I'm sorry for all that back and forth. So, did you know that 36% of the American workforce is made up of freelancers? Or that freelancers contribute to $1.4 trillion the US economy? Right, so those numbers seem crazy, but they are also reassuring, especially if you've been dreaming about leaving your day job to become a freelancer and to start your own business. So this is exciting because you're not alone, right? You could start freelancing today. And the idea of this quick masterclass is to get you fired up and give you some tools that you could actually do today. The bad news, I know, I'm going to be real with you guys, is that your fears about leaving your day job are very, very real. So I'm not going to sugarcoat this. There are some coaches out there and some trainers who will give you the steps and tell you that you could go do this today and say it's going to be easy. I'm not one of those coaches. I'm going to give you the skills that you need and the tools that you need to make it happen. And before you quit your job, I want to make sure you follow these 10 essential steps. All right, so these slides are not going to be fancy. I want to just get you to look at something and write these down, and I'm going to talk and I'm going to kind of make it brief, but I don't really believe that I need to give you guys all this stuff in writing. I need you to hear it from me and listen to me and start writing things down. That said, lock in your why. I really want you to think about why you want to become a freelancer. While there could be many reasons you find this whole freelancing thing attractive, I want you to focus on the one reason that is compelling you to take the plunge, that's compelling you to search for this masterclass, to actually sit here and watch it. It's the one thing. So is it working on projects that excite you so you don't have to slave away on projects that don't? Is it freedom to set your own hours so you don't have to miss, pick up at your kid's school? Is it getting away from a micromanaging boss? Is it something that, waking up in the morning and taking the train to work and every morning you dread it? Like, what is that thing, right? And this why needs to be your North Star. It is the one thing that won't let you quit when things get tough. And again, I'm not sugarcoating this. This is not going to be easy. Again, it's not going to be super hard. If you follow these steps and actually give it your all, it'll happen. But there's going to be a lot that comes up for you. So really figuring out your why. And I know this sounds ridiculous, but I actually have my big why written on a Post-it near my desk, near my computer. So my big why is building a life that gives me the freedom to call my own shots in every aspect of my life. I am a mother. I am a business owner. I thank God and all of the stars every day that I get to do what I do. I put in the work, but I know that I need to have a freedom in my life. I can no longer go to these. I was in corporate finance for almost 15 years, and that was not me. I hated it. I hated every minute. Every example I give you, it's probably because I either lived it or clients lived it. And my why is so I could build a life that gives me freedom to call my own shots in every aspect. I could decide my hours. I could decide who I work with. Okay, that's it. I don't need to keep going. So sort out your mind. I put this as the second item here on this list because this is a really, really important thing. Mindset is huge. So again, we are going to you and me, I already did this, but I still continue to come up against fears I never knew I had, fears that I did not know were in me. And when we get into this kind of work, we get a lot of rejections and we get a lot of things that come up, and we need the confidence, we need the courage, we need the energy, we need the clarity. All of this stuff is mindset. So being clear on, we'll go into this in a little bit, but being clear on what we do and trusting ourselves. So before we even go into all the rest of, this checklist, I want you to really figure out your why, and I want you to write that down. I hope you already did. Pause it if you haven't. And I want you to think about sorting out your mind, like really trusting yourself, really digging into a place of courage, of confidence, of energy. So when we're working for ourselves, sometimes we sit at our desk at our computer and have no idea what we're doing. So it's important to go back to the why, and it's important to get ourselves in a place where we feel energized. I learned some of this stuff from following Tony Robbins, and I don't need to go into whether I love him or not or like him or not. I don't know. I've learned a lot from him. And one of the things that I do when I feel stuck in my work and motivating myself is to stand up and do a power pose. Super ridiculous if anybody was looking through my window, which I hope they're not, but standing up and doing a power pose. And if you don't know what any of these are, you could email me or just go on YouTube and search power poses. The other thing I do is I jump up and down. Again, I hope nobody's watching me do this stuff because it looks crazy. But I will tell you, you could change your energy in seconds. You have to be mindful of your energy, and you need to be able to change it and willing to look stupid, like jumping up and down or clapping really fast. These are things I make my clients do and they hate me for it. But these are things that you literally could do in 20 seconds and energy comes out. Okay, now let's get into the nitty gritty here. So finding a profitable niche. So what are you good at? What do you do really well in your current job, in your day job right now? So if money and responsibility weren't a consideration, what kind of work would you want to do? So would you write all day? Would you go on a photo walk? I like to do photo. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I live in San Francisco, so I'll just take my fancy camera and go walking. I love it. Would you sketch whatever catches your eye? What are things that you like to do, right? What are you good at? What will somebody pay you for? So we're going to go into this in a second, but if there's already successful freelancers in your space and your niche, then you have to, really figure out what you're good at and what you enjoy doing. So again, going back to your why are you doing this? Most likely it's similar to mine. You want to create some type of freedom in your life. Now you're not going to get any freedom if you don't enjoy doing the work. All right. So we're going to talk about niching. One of the examples I have is, I'll give you a bunch of examples, but one is I provide SEO services for dental professionals. So I just found a niche in the dental professional field, right? You could do this for fit pros. You could do this for restaurants. You could do this, for chiropractors. Whatever it is, find a profitable niche. And when I say profitable, I mean people who will pay you, right? So it's funny, it's counterintuitive because a lot of people want to work with as many clients, right? So I want you to really focus on niching down to people who will pay you and who you enjoy working with. So I want you to start writing down what your ideal client looks like. Again, one of the things that I've done is I've worked in a few different verticals, but one is the medical profession, is with medical professionals. So I don't necessarily go after restaurants. I'm focused on medical professionals, right? So I really want you to think about this. Who can you have to be able to leverage these people, and you need to research them and find out what their problems are and what they want. So I want you to decide right now. You could switch later, but right now I want you to decide who your niche is, and I want you to stay true to that niche and not, this is going to be hard, but don't take on anyone and everyone who needs your help. You'll get to that point, but right now you need to find a profitable niche. All right. Now, we kind of talked about this a little bit, but inside of that niche, I want you to identify your target clients and their needs. What are their needs? What is it that they stay up at night worrying about? What is it that they need? And then you're going to position yourself as the person who solved those needs, but you need to know their needs. You're not going to come out today and say, I'm a freelancer for medical professionals or for, dentist professionals, dental professionals. You know what I mean? You're not going to know what they need unless you start researching the hell out of them. You need to figure out what their needs are and then how you could help them. All right. So I skip one? No. So number 5, set strategic packages and prices for your service. I know this is the hard part, yet super fun. So I'm going to go over a few things here. I'm not going to go too in depth, but I really want you to just kind of play with this and figure out, what looks right, what feels right for you. And then I'll give you some numbers that we could work on, and then I'll give you some examples on how to do this. So the first package level is going to be the starter package. And I'm going to, again, throw out some numbers, but I want you to really feel into these numbers before you take them on. These are numbers that I have used, that my clients have used. Doesn't have to be these numbers for you, but I want you to really think about it and go with them or pick your own, whatever feels right. And that's another thing about being a freelancer and starting your own business. It has to feel right. I could tell you what I think you should do, but if it doesn't resonate with you, please do not do it. Okay. So package number 1 is your starter package. You're going to do that at $4.99. Package number 2, essentials, $5.99. Package number 3, the professional package. Again, change these names if you want. These are simple and they work. Professional package is package number 3, and that is $9.99. So I'm going to give you some examples of how you could work these. The one example I will use based on just a client call I had this morning, she is an SEO person, which is search engine optimization. So package number 1, the starter package at $4.99. Some of the things that you could post here are search engine optimization, meaning, and this is stuff you'll put on your website, and we'll get there in a second, but keyword analysis, site submission to search engines, targeted backlinking, monthly search audits, local search optimization, video marketing, all of these things you could do here. Reporting is huge. Reporting. And if your client or your potential client or ideal clients do some type of already do YouTube or, that kind of stuff, you could do SEO optimization for their video marketing. Optimize their YouTube channel. All right. For the essential package, you're going to write down everything we just said, plus a few more. So maybe you could add a guaranteed views and like section to that. You could distribute to video sharing sites and then be specific that you do that up to 4 sites or up to 3 sites. You could also add to that you distribute to social media. You could add that you do blog marketing, right? So these are everything you put in that starter package, but you've added some more. So now for the big one, for the $9.99 one, again, you're going to copy everything that you just put in the essential package and you're going to add more. Now this is the one that you want to go after, right? Most people, if you have 3 packages, will oftentimes go in the middle, but you want to make this as compelling as possible and you want to give away a lot. And the idea, right, is that you get somebody to sign on to the $9.99 a month and you kill it. You over deliver. But so again, for the section on your website for the professional package, you would do everything you had in the essential package and then you would add more. So whatever that is, you could do a white paper from keyword content. You could do press releases. You could do this. The big one that we just started doing is reputation management. You could do more reporting and support. This is the piece that you could add, which is the strategy sessions, monthly phone sessions, or bi-weekly or weekly phone strategy sessions. It could be 30 minutes to an hour, right? It doesn't matter. We need to make sure that you are providing so much value that it's a no-brainer for them. Okay? Just went over a lot, but again, we'll start with the starter package, $4.99, essentials package, $5.99, and then the professional package, $9.99. All right. Now that we have all that sorted out and built out in a Google Doc or Word document, you're going to build a website. Now, there are a few ways to do this. First, obviously, you're going to need a domain name. So you go to GoDaddy.com to get that, or any other domain name website. And then you'll buy your hosting. GoDaddy lets you do that there, or you could go to Bluehost. And then you're going to set up your website. So right now, what I would like you to do after you get your domain name and your, the packages sorted out, you could just do one landing page. The landing page will have a section. Obviously, it'll have your name on top or your company name. It could just be your name, consulting, your name, SEO, whatever that is. And then a little tagline. Don't spend too much time thinking about this. We need to get something to market today. You'll go back and perfect along the way. Now, before I go on, I just want to say one thing that happens a lot to people who are really eager and starting their own business, and even when you're running your own business. We get stuck. We get so stuck on the little teeny details that we actually stop ourselves from moving forward. That's not what we're doing today. You are on this call because you are ready. I want you to get something to market and then adapt and modify along the way. So if your tagline doesn't look perfect, don't worry about it. Nobody's going to look at your website until you start actually promoting it. So for now, get a tagline, put a little section about yourself. It doesn't have to be long, ideally a picture, and then put up your services and a contact info. Okay. I moved past that quickly, but that was the website. Don't spend too much time worrying about it. It's going to be awesome. All right. So create examples. When we start getting to the next few slides where we're actually getting ourselves out there, people are going to want to talk to you on the phone. They're going to want to see examples that you have of your work. Now, one thing to do is once you found your niche, once you found your ideal client and you found out their problems, you're going to pick up the phone. I know this is not what you want me to tell you right now, but you are going to pick up the phone and you're going to call 5 to 10 people in your niche, local, if possible. And you are going to tell them your name, tell them your company, tell them you're just starting out, and tell them you are going to do something for them for free. And in exchange, you're going to ask for a testimonial. Okay? Now, I would be very transparent again with them and tell them you're just starting out and you want to practice. Now, what I also really, really love to do, and it's gotten me a ton of clients, as well as my clients are getting clients this way too, is by documenting the journey, documenting what you do with this client. Obviously, you need to be transparent and ask them before you start recording stuff that you do for them on their behalf. And some won't want you to do that, and that's fine. But start recording, like do a screen share and record it of, something that you've done for them, whatever it is. If it's a Facebook ad, if it's a, keyword optimization, do something where you are recording it so you could use this as an example, or just take screenshots, right? So it's super, super important that you collect examples. Okay, I'm going to go over this quickly. This is the do the math section. Your goal is to quit your day job, your 9 to 5, right? In order to do that, you need to know your numbers. You need to know how much money you need to make a month to survive, to cover the paycheck that you were getting, plus the insurance that you were getting, health insurance, dental insurance, 401k, all of this stuff. You need to be very clear about the math so you could go out and achieve your goals. But you have to know where you stand. You have to know how much money you have saved and you need to know how much money you need to make a month. So if you're doing a $9.99 package, how many clients do you need to make your salary? So do the math. Get very, very clear on the math. Have a spreadsheet. Don't be afraid of that. Okay, the bread and butter. Are you guys ready? All right, I call this get noticed. There's a lot that goes into this, but I'm going to just start listing a bunch of things that you could do again today. You're not going to get all of these done today, but these are things you need to start writing down right now on how to get noticed. Okay, cold email. This is where you have your examples in a video, or you can embed it into your email, or some screenshots or a document where you could throw in some examples. And you are going to write a cold email to people. You could do it one-to-one and make it personalized, or you could do something like Gmass or Mailshake. And you're going to blast people. Another great idea that I love to do is video cold email. So you do a 30-second video of yourself and you send it out. Direct mail or postcards, cold calling, visit local businesses and build relationships. Again, at the beginning of your business, of your journey of going into this freelance world, it is super important that you build relationships. And some of that, is going to networking events, going to meetups, going to Chamber of Commerce, going to BNI places. Doesn't matter. But the goal is for you to start building relationships. Messaging people on Facebook, and it could be cold messaging people on Facebook. It could be reaching out to people that you know somebody in your niche and knows an ideal client of yours, and you are bold enough and you say, this is what I'm starting, this is what I'm doing, this is how I could help. Okay? Same thing with LinkedIn. Use the link, the sales navigator, and if you don't want to pay, that's okay. Just start inviting and messaging people. One of my favorite hacks, I'll call it a hack, is going on to LinkedIn or Twitter or Facebook, whatever it is, any social media platform. And I want you to type in, look in quotes. I want you to make sure you have the quotes. Looking for a, whatever you are. Looking for a photographer. Looking for a Facebook ads manager. Looking for an SEO manager. Whatever that is that you are. I want you to type looking for a, and then end quote, and see what pops up. You're going to search LinkedIn posts, Twitter, and Facebook. And if somebody that you know or connected to or is a friend of a friend for Facebook, Twitter's open, LinkedIn's open, right? Find these people that are looking for you and reach out to them. Send them an email saying, oh, I just noticed on LinkedIn that you're looking for an SEO manager. I run in the name of your company, and I'd love to see, can you get on the phone tomorrow? Are you free tomorrow? Something like that, right? Then you might already know this, but this is a whole nother masterclass, but build an engaged following on your social media platform of choice. You could do that by live streaming, by posting relevant content that actually helps your end user. It's not about you. I've said this before. It's about the client and the end user. How can you provide value over and over and over again? Pretty soon you provide value and you get an engaged following. All right, blogging, guest blogging, adding content in different groups you're in, if you're in Facebook groups, content marketing, Facebook ads, all of these things. And then what else? Oh, partnerships are huge. Partnering with people in your space, partnering with people who you know would have something that matches your skill set in a way that you could team up with, right? And then obviously you're going to be going on Upwork, Fiverr, and other freelance portals that you have. And go and respond to job adverts, right? Like, see what's out there. I'm going to give you a few more that I've used that is really great for me. Take this or leave it, but public speaking is huge. speaking at these meetups on how local businesses could enhance their SEO, right? You could start a meetup group, go to co-working spaces, podcasts, YouTube, all of these things, right? You could even start your own Facebook group. You could create a course on how, again, I keep using SEO, but how to use SEO for your small dental office, right? These kinds of things. All right, that's a lot I just gave at you. But if you want a list of these, please email me, andywickmancoaching@gmail.com. I gave you a lot. But lastly, I want you to know your worth. It goes back to this whole mindset thing that we started at the beginning. I want you to really, really know your worth. I want you to know what you're good at, what your unique selling point is, right? And I want you to talk about it and feel it inside of you. Every day, I want you to connect with your why. Every day, I want you to focus on what you're good at. We're in an industry of freelancers, and like I started off this whole presentation, there are a ton of freelancers out there. You need to stand out. I just gave you tons of ways that you can stand out, but you need to first really go back to the mindset and believe in yourself. Know what you are good at. Know what somebody will pay you for. Know what you enjoy doing. Know your worth. Be completely aware of your worth. Self-awareness, you guys, will get you through. Self-awareness and understanding your why. Again, these aren't sexy things, but these are the things you need to know. And they will get you through. So know your worth, you guys. All right. So I have this nice, really funny, cute picture. I don't know why I like it, but this is getting you to be a digital nomad. And I don't know if that term really resonates with me anymore, but that's what we all want, right? We want to be able to just pick up and go. And I'm not putting a picture of somebody on a beach in Thailand or Bali because I just cannot do that. But this lifestyle, you guys, allows you to be this digital nomad if you want. You could also be a parent able to pick up your kids when school ends, if that's your thing. You could be there when they have school plays, right? You could take that vacation. If a parent gets sick, you could drop everything and go and tell your clients that you'll be back in, a few days. The point is, we want the freedom. We want a freedom-based business. So go out and get it. Go out and do your thing, you guys. Work hard. Please reach out to me at any time. I'm here. andywickman.com. Bye, guys.